Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you my PC gaming collection, which I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, but just, I don't know why I didn't. Anyways, so sorry about the camera work and the sound. I'm holding on to like a webcam right now, so it's going to be a little shaky. And like I have my microphone on the floor right here, in case you ever want to see what my microphone looks like. It's Audio Technica AT2020 or something. But yeah, my room's a mess, so hopefully I don't show much of that. But I have two shelves here full of games, retail games, and yeah, I have them mostly in alphabetical order, except for this one. I think this was the last retail game I bought, The Evil Within, so I haven't really stuck it in the shelves yet. So yeah, I got my Cross Tekken fight stick box. It's just a box. The sticks over here. Ugh. It's heavy. Yeah. What else do I got? Oh, here's my Bethesda shelf, I guess. The Elder Scrolls series and some Bethesda games. Probably some Bethesda games you've never heard of, like Fallout 3. I'm sure no one heard of that. But yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna pull out each game and then talk about them a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So I don't know how many games I actually have, but let's say I have 100 games here. If I talk about them each one for a minute, that's 100 minutes. So I gotta make this quick. Okay, let's do this. Instead of going alphabetically A through Z, I'll do it backwards. So the first game is my favorite MMO of all time, World of Warcraft. I'm sure many of you like that game. Anyways, I'm being sarcastic. People who know me know I hate this game. My friends kept asking me to play it, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. I bought the battle chest. Played to like level 20 with a healer. Hated it. Tried again with the orc. It was a little better, but still, I just can't get into this game. If you like it, that's fine, you know. I'm happy that you got a popular MMO that you like. Unfortunately, the MMOs I like always die. Next is Warcraft. Warcraft 3 and Frozen Throne. Does it have 1 and 2 in this? I don't think so. Weird. Wouldn't you think a Warcraft battle chest would have like the first 2? Alright, next is Velvet Assassin, which is a game I got for like $5 or something. Never played it. Apparently it's like a kind of stealthy, I don't know. Velvet Assassin. And here is actually one of my favorite MMOs of all time, Vanguard Saga of Heroes. And I'm not being sarcastic this time. It came out in 2007, I think. It had everything I wanted. Mounts, flying mounts, boats, housing, that's non-instanced. It was challenging, required groups, had tons of open world dungeons, no instances, and it was, well, there was probably instances, but not for the dungeons, like, they were just big and open, and it was great. I have like a bunch of copies apparently, like, second copy. This is, oh, this is my pre-order box, but yeah. Usually for MMOs I tend to buy them for friends, so I have like multiple copies. And my friend had the collector's edition. He gave me his art book, and came with like a map or something. And next is one of my favorite single player games of all time, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. This is a fantastic first person kind of RPG, kind of like Basically, to me, it's the successor to the original Deus Ex. It has that kind of feel to it. Like, it's wonderful. Great game. It's like you get it on sale for $5 on Steam or something, I'm pretty sure these days. I love this game. It's Unreal Tournament 3. Played it quite a bit with friends. It was fun. I'm a fan of the Unreal Tournament series. 3, I don't know, people talk a lot of crap about part 3, but I liked it. And it's one of the few games that you could actually take your retail key and put it into Steam, and it'll add it to your Steam library. And then Unreal Anthology, which has all the other Unreal games. Let's see, Unreal, Unreal Tournament, Unreal 2, and Unreal Tournament 2004. My favorite game out of these would be Unreal Tournament 1, the original. That's my favorite out of the Unreal series. Just lots of good times playing multiplayer on that. So yeah, if you like first-person shooters, of course, play Unreal Tournament. Two Worlds Epic Edition. Never played it. People talk a lot of crap about it, but I think it's mostly because of the console versions were so crappy. I heard the PC version's not too bad. It's basically like a kind of an Elder Scrolls rip-off kind of game, but I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. Twisted Metal 2, and I don't think this is the original box. I think someone made this box actually. Whoever I bought it from on eBay. Yeah, Twisted Metal 2 exists on PC. I'm sure some people don't know that. They think it's just a PlayStation game. But the best Twisted Metal game. And I don't know what the original box looks like. Let me open this. Hopefully this is the original disc and not some like bootleg disc. It looks real. It has 3DFX thing on it and stuff. Transformers War for Cybertron. I don't remember if I bought this or if my friend bought this for me, because he's like a big Transformers fan. But at the time it was a pretty cool game for Transformers. It had co-op, so I played it with my friend. Nothing amazing, but it was fun to play with friends. And if you like Transformers, it's probably the best Transformers game. It's Tony Hawk's Underground Part 2. This is the one with, yeah, Bam Margera. And I don't know, I just love all the Tony Hawk games. I wish the new ones would come on PC. They actually recently just announced Tony Hawk, what is it, like 4 or 5 or something? And there was no PC announcement, so it sucks, but the old games are still good. Alright, next is Tomb Raider Anniversary. I never played it. I'm not even sure which Tomb Raider this is, because there are so many of them. Tomb Raider Chronicles. Haven't played this one either. Titan Quest Gold Edition. It's a Diablo clone, but a very good one. I actually had a lot of fun playing this with friends. Unfortunately, I never beat it, and I do plan on finishing it one day, hopefully, but I say that with a lot of games. The people who made this actually made another game I'm looking forward to playing, but it's in the early access right now. It's another Diablo clone. Thief Deadly Shadows. It's Thief 3. It's a good game. It was on the original Xbox also, so it got kind of, I don't want to say downgraded, but it's not as good as the first two, but still really good. It's got some great things about it, like the cradle stage. Of course, I got the original Thief 1 and 2 pack. Great series. I love me some stealth games. And Thief 1, I never finished Thief 2, I don't think. But yeah, I plan on replaying them one day. Here's The Suffering. It's a horror game. I don't remember when it was made. It was like, I want to say like PS2 era. It's got like that sort of graphics going on. But I bought it because a lot of people on my top 10 scariest moments video would mention it, and I was like, okay, let me buy it and play it and maybe put in another video. But I never got around to playing it. The Sims, the first one. Not much to say about The Sims. If you don't know what The Sims is, it's basically a time waster game. But, you know, it's fun when you're bored. Okay, another one of my favorite MMOs, at least in the past 5 or so years, The Secret World. I think it's the best MMO since Vanguard, probably. Funcom is one of my favorite MMO developers, and every MMO they make I enjoy, and Secret World is their latest, and it's just a very good MMO. I would definitely recommend it. These days it's buy to play, so it's sort of like Guild Wars 2 where you just buy it and then you can play free forever. So yeah, I also have 2 copies since, like I said, I always buy MMOs for a friend. Or the Saboteur. I got this for cheap a long time ago. EA games, sort of like a stealth action type of game. I never got around to playing it though, so I heard it's okay. Tabula Rasa. I don't know if how many of you have heard of this MMO, but it's from Richard Garriott, who, you know, he's the Lord British, the guy who made Ultima series and Ultima Online, and this was his, you know, newest game at the time. It was a well, not space MMO, but a futuristic MMO where aliens can like take over areas and you have to defend areas and stuff. It seemed pretty cool, but I didn't play it much, and I got this for real cheap, like probably $5. And then I played it for a little bit, and the game like shut down a couple months later. So yeah. Alright, here's a classic. Some of you might remember this because I use the music all the time on this channel for like my credits. System Shock 2, one of the best soundtracks there is. If you never played System Shock, it's basically Bioshock, but I guess harder. Well, I don't know if it's harder. I never really beat it, which I really need to one day. But like Bioshock is more dumbed down, I guess, for console players and stuff. And System Shock 1. I never played it. I do plan on doing a Let's Play one day for my Vaz 7 channel. It's a very, very old game. SWAT 4 Gold Edition. SWAT 4 in the expansion. This is a great game to play with friends. I love this game. You play as SWAT members as a SWAT team. If you play single player, you control the whole SWAT team. If you play multiplayer with friends, then you just control yourself. And so yeah, it's very hard because you could die in, you know, with one bullet and stuff. And I remember when I first saw the new Rainbow Six game, actually, the one that's coming out later this year. I thought it was kind of gonna be similar to this, but the more I saw of it, it's just turned into like a 5-on-5 multiplayer game. Disappointing. Alright, looks like we're getting into the Star Wars universe here. So, the Old Republic, it's the MMO that was released, what, a couple years ago? When was it released? Seems like yesterday. 2011? No way. Anyways, you know, I played some of it, I did a review on it, and it's not a bad game. I do plan on going back one day and finishing my character story, because I was only in like in the 30s level wise, so I never finished it, but it's not bad. It wasn't worth the monthly fee though, in my opinion. But now it's free to play, so. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Single player action game. I never played it, so I have nothing to say about it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Part 2. I enjoyed the KOTOR series, but I never finished this one. I finished the first one, but not this one. So yeah. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 3 is coming out. What is it, this year or next year? But yeah, this is part 2. Good game. It's like Battlefield, but Star Wars. Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. I love the Jedi Knight series. Jedi Academy is probably my favorite game of the series. It's just fun to create your own Jedi and swing around the lightsaber and use force powers. It's just a very good game. And it was also my first video review I did, I believe. Star Wars Galaxy The Total Experience. I didn't play it much, so there you go. There's an emulator now, emulated server. If anyone wants to play Star Wars Galaxy what was the update called, CU or something, before SOE messed it up. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. The first game I've played in the series. It was a good game. I don't remember if I beat it. I haven't played it since the 90s. But good game. Very cool at the time. Street Fighter 4 Vanilla. This came out back in what, 2008, 2009, something like that. You know, nowadays I have Ultra Street Fighter 4, of course, on Steam. But yeah, I remember I got this, I was like, man, this game is pretty cool. It's just like, it reminds me of Part 2, because I used to play Street Fighter 2 back in the arcades and Super NES. And I kind of skipped through Alpha and Street Fighter 3. And then I got this, and I was like, oh, this reminds me of the good old days when I used to go to the arcade. And now I'm like a big fan of fighting games and the FGC in general, tournaments. Okay, Stranglehold. It looked like a Max Payne sort of game. But I guess Max Payne sort of ripped off John Woo movies, right? With the whole sort of slow-mo diving bullets shooting thing. StarCraft Battle Chest. Probably the most successful RTS series there is, StarCraft. You know, I used to mess around with it back in the 90s. Never really got like seriously into it though. And I never played the story. Now I just need part 2. Another one of my favorite single player games of all time, Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. Great first person shooter. Takes a while to get into, but once you figure out how to play it and figure out the mechanics and everything, it's a great experience. Very scary and it's challenging, and the whole world, the atmosphere is just very cool. Definitely top 5 games, PC games, single player wise. Here's Splinter Cell Double Agent. Which Splinter Cell is this? This is... let's see. I think it's Splinter Cell 4, I want to say. There's so many of these games in these series. Some of these series. Jeez. Anyways, I don't know why, but I have a lot of Splinter Cell games. It's a stealth game, so, you know, I do love my stealth games like Thief and Hitman and stuff. So I do want to play the series one day. I just, you know, it's on my list. Here's I think Splinter Cell 3, Chaos Theory. I think most people say this is the best Splinter Cell game, at least of the older ones. Could be wrong. and Pandora Tomorrow, which I think is Splinter Cell 2. Yep, still nothing to say about it. I only played some of part 1. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This is the one where like the symbiotes take over the city, basically. Venom, it's Wolverine. It was a very cool game. I think maybe my favorite Spider-Man game. I played like all of them up until this game. All the ones that came after this game I haven't played. But yeah, I think it's a good game. Doesn't get the credit it deserves, maybe. Everyone always talks about Spider-Man 2 being great, which it is. But I do like this one. Spider-Man 3. This was sort of based on the movie, I think. It's also a good game. I think the other one is better, but this one was fun. You know, can't hate a Spider-Man game. Slinging around, web slinging around the city and whatnot. Space Siege. I think it's sort of like a, you know, top-down sort of Diablo-ish kind of game. I did a video on it a long time ago. I haven't played it much, but Sin Episodes. Episode 1, Emergence. Is that what it's called? Emergence? Yeah. Sin is the original Sin is like a first-person shooter, kind of like Half-Life and stuff, and it was very action-packed, pretty cool. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. And then this was sort of the sequel, and they were gonna do episodes, and this is the only episode they made because they also made the mistake. What's funny is I think the original Sin came out when Half-Life 1 came out, and so of course Half-Life 1 overshadowed it, and then this game came out when Half-Life 2 came out, so of course Half-Life 2 overshadows it, and it wasn't very successful. Whoops. So yeah, there you go. And I don't know why I have 2 copies. Four boobies. Silent Hill 4, The Room. Never played it. But yeah, it gets mixed reviews. Silent Hill 3. A lot of people like this game. Some people like it more than 2. Some people prefer 2. I haven't played it. Don't know. And speaking of 2, Silent Hill 2, which a lot of people probably say is the best in the series. I played some of it, but not all of it. I need to go back and play it all. I would have part 1, but unfortunately that is not on PC, it's only PlayStation. Here we have Shadowrun. Does anyone remember this game? It was a Microsoft game, one of the first games for Windows games, and it was also on Xbox 360, and there was actually crossplay, play with Xbox 360 gamers. So that was cool. It's too bad they didn't do it at like any other game on 360. This was the only crossplay game, I think. Free 1 month live Gold trial. Live went well on PC, didn't it? But yeah, it wasn't a terrible game. It just, I don't even know why I bought it, really. Adventure Collector's Edition, Volume 1. I got this for the game Scratches. The game in the middle there. Scratches is like point and click. I don't know if it's called an adventure game, but it's like a horror adventure game. You walk around the house and it's pretty spooky. There's also Penumbra in there. It's a good game. Rem 2, never heard of. Oh, here's a good game that probably not a lot of people heard of. It's called Savage, right? Came out a long ass time ago. Oh, look at that. It's 2-sided. Pretty cool. It's a, how do I describe it? It's a hybrid of a first-person, third-person shooter type of game mixed with real-time strategy. Because one player gets to play as the commander, who sees like the whole map from overhead, like it plays like a real-time strategy game, and the other players play as the units. And it was, at the time, the graphics were pretty nice, and it was very fun to play with friends. It's a great game. Still going on today, I think, for free. You could play it for free, I'm pretty sure. And at the time, it was pretty cool because it came out for Linux as well. So not many games came out for Linux back then. But yeah, great game. Bought it for $30, and it was well worth it. Oh yeah, they did release a sequel, Savage 2, but I don't know, I barely played it, and I don't think it was nearly as successful as the first. You can play both for free now, though, I'm pretty sure. Just look for their website. Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2. Pretty sure most of you know what Saints Row is. Okay, before I continue with more of the big boxes, let me show some of my jewel-cased games. This one, Age of Empires 2, I don't even know where it came from. Real-time strategy game. For some reason I have whatever this is. What is this? Strategy guide or something? I don't know. Dungeon Lords Collector's Edition. This game was made by D.W. Bradley, who is also known for some good classic RPGs. I forget which one, so what did he make? Let me see. Doesn't say. But he made some classic, like RPG series, old PC games. And then he made this one, and it pretty much kind of bombed, I guess. It got tons of bad reviews and stuff. And it looks cheap and plays weird, but you know what? I played it and I actually liked it. It was pretty fun to play. I don't know what that says about me, but yeah. Oh look, another Tomb Raider game. Angel of Darkness. I don't know which one that is. Is that one of the same one I showed before? Angel of Darkness. There's too many Tomb Raider games. Here's Unreal 2. Even though I have that collector's pack, which already has this, I have another one. Oh, Star Wars Rebellion. I did a review on this. Good Old Games actually just recently added it to their site. So you can now go buy and play it from their site. Ultima Online Second Age Upgrade Edition. Quake 2. A classic. First person shooter by id. Spinning pictures? Yeah. Quake 1. Ultima Online Renaissance, another Ultima Online expansion. Here's EverQuest with my account key apparently, so I'm covering it up so you guys don't steal it. Not that it would work, I'm pretty sure, but just in case, I don't want to be like, you know, someone pretending they're me. I love EverQuest 1. It was so amazing at the time. There's a game called Aquanox. I never played it, but it's like a first-person underwater shooter type of game. Gunman Chronicles. It has my CD key, so I'm covering it. This was apparently a Half-Life mod that got released as its own like single-player game. I don't know why there's Tribes 2 on the back, but yeah. What's inside? Yeah, Gunman Chronicles. Here's another classic, Asheron's Call, the first Asheron's Call game. MMO that came out a little bit after EverQuest, I think. The big three MMOs at the time were Ultima Online, EverQuest, and this game, Asheron's Call. Good game. Still going on today. I think it just recently, this year or last year, became free to play. I could be wrong. Here's a sort of JRPG type of game. Older PC game called Septerra Core? Is that how you say it? It's a Legacy of the Creator. I only play a little bit, but a lot of people seem to like it. Oh, this is interesting. There's like no title on it other than it says Microforum 1995 Microforum Inc. Toronto, Canada. What this is a Doom disc full of like Doom maps and map creators. And I don't know, I went to a computer store. Whoop. Let me I went to a computer store and I saw this disc. I guess it must have had a box or something that told me what it was. But at the time I was playing a lot of Doom. I love that freaking game. And then I got this because it was just more Doom maps. And I used to mess with the map creator all the time, creating my own maps. It was super fun. Good times, good times. Here's Half-Life. The original Half-Life. Oh, here's a game no one probably knows anything about. FX Fighter. It's a old fighting game, I think from the 90s, for PC. Let's see if there's pictures here. You probably can't see it. Let's see if it focuses. But yeah, it was like a 3D fighting game. Kind of crappy, but at the time there's like no real good 3D PC fighting games, I think, other than maybe Virtua Fighter. Here's another disc I got at the same time I got that one Doom disc. Is a game called Cybermage. This is a shareware CD, so it's just like a demo disc, but it is really cool at the time. It's just another Doom-like first-person shooter. Battlefield 1942. There's 2 discs, I think. Yeah, 2 discs. Oh, speaking of Doom, Ultimate Doom. Does anyone remember Bleem? It's a play hundreds of PlayStation games on your PC. It's a PlayStation emulator that was actually sold in stores. It made pixelated games look less pixelated. It was pretty cool at the time, because you know, emulators were kind of new back then. There's one for Dreamcast as well. Like, you could play PlayStation games on your Dreamcast, I think. There's a game called Messiah. You play as a little, like, angel baby thing, and you could go inside the enemy's body and like take them over. Seemed pretty cool. Although I haven't even unwrapped this one from the plastic. I just played like the demo a long time ago. Here's a D&D game called The Tempo of Elemento Evil. A classic Greyhawk adventure. It's also made by Troika, who made Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So it got mixed reviews. Like, some people really like it and some say it has a lot of issues. I know there's a modding community that fixes a lot of those issues, and even like adds content that was cut from it or something. I never got to play it yet though, but I do look forward to trying it one day. And finally, there's this game called 13. It was a first-person shooter that's kind of like cartoony looking. Never played it.